An endangered deer with vampire-like fangs was spotted for the first time in nearly 60 years in a remote forest in northeastern Afghanistan. This creature is known as the Kashmir musk deer and is native to the Himalayas of northern India, Pakistan's Kashmir region, and northern Afghanistan. Only the male deer have fangs, and no, they do not use them to suck other deer's blood, at least we don't think so. They use the fangs during mating season to joust and compete for females. You know, it would be funny if that's actually what vampires did. Like if two male vampires runs into a girl they both liked, then they have to like fang wrestle each other. Anyway, a team headed up by the Wildlife Conservation Society, or WCS, reports in the October 22nd issue of the journal Oryx that it made 5 sightings of the deer in a range of land that included alpine meadows and steep rocky outcrops. The sightings featured a solitary male that was spotted 3 different times in the same area, as well as 1 female with a little deer and 1 solitary female. The researchers also found the carcass of a poached female deer. These musk deers are, of course, classified as endangered species. Musk deer meat is a local delicacy, but the species is mostly hunted for its scent glands that are more valuable by weight than gold, because some people believe the glands have medicinal properties, and they sell for nearly $20,455 per pound on the black market. Furthermore, the species is quickly losing suitable habitats. Recent geological surveys of the area show that it has lost about 50% of its mountainous forests since the 1970s. In the summer, they regularly trek along steep slopes that make them almost impossible to approach, which keeps them relatively safe from poachers. However, heavy snowfall in the winter drives the species further down to more human-accessible places where hunters come from all around the country to stalk the deer for their valuable scent glands. And of course, because of the violence and unrest in that region, non-governmental organizations like the Wildlife Conservation Society have not been able to operate in those local regions since 2010. Okay, I know there's nothing super beyond sciencey about this story of the musk deer, but I thought this was an interesting story, and this thing looks crazy with its vampire fangs. I mean, look at it. Also, I gotta admit, when I saw this story, I kind of had an image in my head of a vampire biting a deer, and then the deer start growing fangs. You know what would be really creepy? If poachers started turning up with vampire bite marks on their necks and drained of blood. And I just want to say, normally I don't condone vampire-related violence, not that I know of any, but in this case, if that somehow did happen to the poachers, you know what? I wouldn't lose any sleep. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. See ya later.